The Akashic Records, Accessing the Library of the Soul. Introduction. Unlocking the Cosmic Archive. Imagine a vast library, infinite in its expanse, where glowing shelves reach into eternity and hold the wisdom of every soul's journey. The air hums with a quiet energy, and each book radiates light, a testament to the unique story it holds. This is not just a library of memories or events. It is the very fabric of existence, containing the thoughts, intentions, and lessons of every soul across lifetimes. This sacred space is the Akashic Records, a universal repository of wisdom, love, and guidance, waiting for those who are ready to seek its truths. The Akashic Records have long been revered in mystical traditions, referenced as the Book of Life in esoteric Christianity, the eternal ether in Hinduism, and the universal mind in Theosophy. Yet their essence transcends any one belief system. They are the vibrational imprint of all that has been, is, and will be, a dynamic archive accessible to those who learn how to tune into its frequency. This is not a place in the physical sense but an energetic dimension, a field of information woven into the fabric of the cosmos itself. Why, then, should we seek this library of the soul? The records are not merely a source of curiosity about the past or a glimpse into future possibilities. They are a mirror reflecting the deepest truths of who we are. They reveal the patterns that shape our lives, the choices that have defined us, and the potential paths awaiting us. By accessing this cosmic archive, we open ourselves to profound healing, self-discovery, and alignment with our soul's purpose. Imagine your life as a story, its chapters unfolding through the experiences, challenges, and joys you encounter. Each page is infused with meaning, even if it is not always clear at the time. The Akashic Records serve as both author and witness to this story, offering insights that allow us to rewrite, reframe, and realign with our highest potential. They are not static. They evolve with us, reflecting the interplay between free will and destiny, between choice and divine orchestration. This book is your guide to the Akashic Records, a roadmap to understanding their essence, accessing their wisdom, and integrating their teachings into your life. We will begin by exploring what the records are, delving into their history and significance across spiritual traditions. You will learn about the guardians of this sacred space, the spiritual guides and energies that protect its integrity and assist those who seek its truths. From there, we will journey into the practical aspects of accessing the records, preparing you to enter this profound space with clarity and intention. But this is not just about accessing information. The wisdom of the Akashic Records is transformative, illuminating the lessons embedded in your relationships, the healing available for your wounds, and the infinite possibilities for your future. As you align with this wisdom, you will discover the profound interconnectedness of all things, the threads that weave your individual story into the grand tapestry of existence. What would you ask if you could open the book of your soul? What questions linger in your heart, seeking clarity and direction? In these pages, you will find not only the tools to access the records but also the courage to face the truths they reveal. This is a journey of empowerment, one that invites you to become an active participant in your soul's evolution. As we step into this sacred exploration, I invite you to bring an open mind and a willing heart. Imagine standing before the library's luminous gates, a key in your hand, ready to unlock the mysteries within. This is your moment to enter the cosmic archive, to uncover the wisdom that has always been within you, waiting to be awakened. Let us begin. Before we start, if you're here to grow and tap into something deeper, like and subscribe. Your support helps us awaken other minds and continue sharing these insights with those seeking transformation. Thank you for being a part of this journey. Chapter 1. What are the Akashic Records? Imagine a timeless scroll unrolling before you, its surface alive with intricate patterns and symbols that pulse with a quiet, radiant energy. These symbols hold the essence of your being, the imprint of every thought, emotion, and experience you've ever had. This is the Akashic Records, an energetic archive that transcends time and space, holding the blueprint of every soul's journey through the infinite expanse of existence. The Akashic Records are not merely a poetic metaphor but a profound spiritual reality referenced across centuries and cultures. Mystical traditions speak of these records as the Book of Life, a sacred repository that records not only events but the intentions and lessons behind them. While esoteric Christianity likens them to divine judgment and memory, Hindu teachings describe them as the Akasha, a universal ether where all knowledge resides. In theosophy, they are the vibrational fabric of the cosmos, an energetic field that stores every interaction and choice. But what exactly are the Akashic Records? They are best understood as an energetic field, often described as a living library or database, that contains the collective wisdom, experiences, and potential of every soul. Every thought you think, every action you take, and every lesson you learn creates an imprint in this field. These imprints are not static. They evolve with you, reflecting the dynamic interplay between free will and the universal order. Accessing the records allows you to connect with this vast reservoir of insight, offering guidance, healing, and clarity on your life's purpose. Consider the records as the universe's way of mirroring your journey back to you. They reflect not only the events of your life but also the energetic patterns that shape your reality. This is why the records are more than a tool for spiritual curiosity. They are a profound means of self-discovery and transformation. Through them, you can uncover the karmic threads that weave through your relationships, the soul contracts that guide your experiences, and the lessons that lie at the heart of your challenges. Accessing the Akashic Records is akin to opening a sacred dialogue with the universe. It requires intention, humility, and an open heart. This is not about predicting the future or unraveling cosmic secrets for personal gain. Rather, it is about aligning with your soul's wisdom, understanding your role in the greater tapestry of existence, and using this knowledge to live with greater authenticity and purpose. In this chapter, we will explore the essence of the Akashic Records, their history, and their role as a universal memory that connects all beings. We will unravel the layers of this mystical field, demystifying its nature and purpose. By the end of this chapter, you will understand the Akashic Records not as a distant, abstract concept but as an intimate and accessible dimension of your spiritual journey. This is the beginning of your path into the infinite library of the soul, a journey of discovery, healing, and transformation. The Akashic Records, often called the Book of Life, are more than a spiritual concept. They are a gateway to understanding the energetic framework of the universe. Picture this. You are standing in a vast, infinite library, its shelves stretching beyond the horizon, glowing faintly as if imbued with life itself. Every book you see represents the story of a soul, each page filled with the choices, experiences, and lessons of its journey. Within this sacred space lies the record of every thought, action, and intention, not only from this lifetime but from countless incarnations across time. These records, encoded in the energetic fabric of the cosmos, offer profound insight into the essence of our existence. At its core, the Akashic Records are an energetic field that permeates everything, often described as the fifth element, or ether, in ancient teachings. This field is not confined to any one moment. Rather, it exists outside time and space, holding the entirety of past, present, and potential futures in its vibrational embrace. While its origins are woven into mystical traditions, modern metaphysical perspectives liken it to a universal internet, a boundless web of interconnected wisdom accessible to anyone who learns to tune into its frequency. This timeless repository is as much about connection as it is about knowledge. By accessing it, we engage in a dialogue with the universe itself. So what exactly are the Akashic Records? In simple terms, They are a metaphysical archive of every soul's journey. Everything we experience, our thoughts, actions, emotions, and even intentions, creates a vibrational imprint that is stored in this field. Think of it as a vast recording system, where the essence of every moment, big or small, is captured and preserved. However, this is no static ledger. The records are dynamic and ever-evolving, reflecting the continuous growth and choices of the soul. One way to understand the Akashic Records is to view them as a mirror. They reflect not just the events of your life but the energy underlying those events. It's not simply a list of what happened but why it happened and what you learned from it. This is what makes the Akashic Records uniquely transformative. They offer not just knowledge, but wisdom. They help us see patterns, identify karmic ties, and uncover the lessons embedded in our experiences. These records are not bound by linear time. They exist in the eternal, now, where past, present, and potential futures converge. This means that while the records may illuminate your soul's history, they also reveal the infinite possibilities that lie before you. By accessing them, you gain insight into not just where you have been but where you are headed, and how your choices in the present moment shape your trajectory. The idea of a universal memory or archive is not unique to modern metaphysics. References to the Akashic Records can be found in various spiritual and philosophical traditions throughout history. In Hindu teachings, the term Akasha refers to the ether or the primary substance from which all creation arises. The Akasha is viewed as the medium through which vibrations, thoughts, and events are recorded, forming an indelible imprint on the cosmos. In esoteric Christianity, the Akashic Records are often associated with the Book of Life, a divine chronicle that contains the deeds and destinies of all souls. Similarly, Theosophy, a spiritual movement in the 19th century, described the records as a vibrational field that stores the collective memory of the universe. Despite their different interpretations, these traditions share a common thread: the belief in an interconnected web of energy where everything is recorded and remembered. This universal memory is not confined to specific events. It encompasses the intentions, emotions, and lessons that define each soul's journey. The Akashic Records, in this sense, represent the heartbeat of the universe, a rhythm that we are all a part of. The concept of the Akashic Records challenges us to view the universe not as a random collection of events but as a living, breathing memory. Imagine the universe as a vast, sentient organism, with every thought, action, and experience acting as a cell in its body. Just as our bodies remember injuries and heal from them, the universe records and integrates every vibration we create. This understanding invites us to see our lives as part of a greater whole, where our individual journeys are woven into the fabric of collective existence. Accessing the Akashic Records is like stepping into this universal memory. It allows us to glimpse the patterns and connections that shape our reality, revealing the interplay between our personal choices and the greater cosmic order. This perspective can be profoundly healing, as it helps us see challenges not as random obstacles but as opportunities for growth and alignment with our soul's purpose. While the concept of the Akashic Records may seem esoteric, the act of accessing them is deeply intuitive. You don't need to be a mystic or a spiritual master to connect with this field. You simply need an open heart and a sincere intention. The records are not locked behind gates or guarded by secrets. They are accessible to anyone willing to quiet the noise of the mind and tune into the subtle vibrations of the soul. Intuition acts as the bridge between our conscious mind and the Akashic Records. When you access the records, you may not hear a booming voice or see dramatic visions. Instead, insights often come as subtle feelings, images, or knowing. It's like catching a glimpse of a reflection in a still pond, gentle yet profound. With practice, this connection deepens, allowing you to engage with the records more clearly and consistently. The Akashic Records are not just a tool for spiritual exploration, they are a guide for self-discovery and empowerment. By understanding the patterns and lessons of your soul's journey, you gain clarity about your purpose and potential. The records help you see where you may be stuck in repetitive cycles, offering insight into how to break free and align with your highest self. More importantly, the Akashic Records remind us of our interconnectedness. They show us that our individual choices ripple outward, influencing not just our own lives but the collective vibration of the universe. This awareness inspires us to act with greater intention and compassion, knowing that every thought, word, and deed contributes to the cosmic whole. In the next section, we will explore how the Akashic Records act as a gateway to understanding the soul's blueprint, a map of the agreements, patterns, and purposes that define our existence. As we journey deeper into this sacred archive, we will uncover the wisdom and healing it offers, illuminating the path toward greater alignment and harmony. As we conclude this foundational exploration of the Akashic Records, it's important to pause and reflect on the profound potential they offer. The records are not a distant, mystical archive reserved for a select few. They are a deeply personal and accessible tool for anyone ready to embark on a journey of self-discovery. Like a timeless library, the records invite us to sit at the table of our soul's history, turn the pages of our experiences, and uncover the wisdom etched within them. Imagine holding a book that contains your entire story, not just the moments you remember, but the emotions, intentions, and lessons that have shaped you across lifetimes. This book does not judge or label, but rather it gently illuminates the patterns that have brought you to this moment. It reveals the why behind your challenges, the purpose behind your joys, and the potential behind your choices. This is the gift of the Akashic Records. They provide clarity not to dwell in the past but to move forward with greater awareness and alignment. At the heart of the Akashic Records is the principle of interconnectedness. They remind us that our lives are not isolated threads but part of a vast cosmic tapestry. Every choice we make, every thought we hold, ripples through this energetic fabric, influencing not only our individual journey but the collective vibration of existence. This perspective is both humbling and empowering, as it calls us to take responsibility for the energy we bring into the world while also assuring us that we are never truly alone. Accessing the records is not about uncovering secrets or predicting the future. It is about building a relationship with the universal wisdom they hold. The records are alive with potential, reflecting the dynamic nature of our souls. As we connect with them, we begin to see ourselves not as static beings defined by our circumstances but as creators with the power to shape our reality. This realization is the foundation of transformation, as it shifts us from passive observers to active participants in the unfolding of our lives. As you prepare to delve deeper into the Akashic Records, consider the questions you carry within you. What would you ask if the universe could answer? What lessons are you ready to uncover, and what patterns are you prepared to release? The answers are not destinations but guideposts, pointing you toward greater understanding and alignment with your soul's truth. Chapter 2. The Keeper of Stories, the Soul's Blueprint. Imagine a golden compass resting in your palm, its needle steadily pointing to a destination only your soul knows. This compass, unlike any other, doesn't direct you to a physical location. Instead, it guides you inward, toward the essence of who you are and the purpose you are here to fulfill. It doesn't dictate or demand, but rather invites you to remember the path you chose long before this lifetime began. This is the Akashic Records in their most intimate form, a repository of your soul's blueprint, revealing the intricate design of your journey. Each of us carries within us a unique story, a tapestry woven with threads of past experiences, present challenges, and future possibilities. The Akashic Records hold this story in its entirety, not as a rigid script but as a dynamic interplay of choices, lessons, and opportunities. Your soul's blueprint is not a map of inevitabilities but a framework of intentions. The patterns you came to explore, the gifts you came to express, and the wisdom you came to gather. It is the architecture of your existence, designed with the precision and fluidity that only the soul can master. At times, life feels like a maze, with its twists, turns, and dead ends. We may question why certain challenges persist or why certain desires remain unfulfilled. This is where the records offer their profound clarity. By accessing them, we can trace the threads of our experiences back to their origins, uncovering the deeper meaning behind our struggles and triumphs. They show us that our challenges are not random obstacles but carefully placed stepping stones, urging us to grow and evolve in alignment with our soul's purpose. Understanding the blueprint of your soul is not about predicting your future. It's about embracing the present with a sense of purpose and empowerment. It's about recognizing that your life is not a series of disconnected events but a cohesive journey, guided by the wisdom of your higher self. The records remind us that we are not victims of circumstance but creators of our reality, with the power to shape our path through conscious choices and aligned actions. As we move deeper into the Akashic Records, this chapter will guide you to explore the concept of the soul's blueprint. Together, we will examine how this energetic framework influences your experiences, relationships, and aspirations. You will begin to see your life not as a puzzle with missing pieces but as a masterpiece in progress, each stroke of the brush contributing to the grand design. Let this exploration be an invitation to reconnect with your inner compass, trusting that it will always guide you toward the truth of who you are. Imagine a beautifully bound book resting on a shelf in the vast library of your soul. Its pages shimmer with golden ink, each word a reflection of your soul's journey across lifetimes. The Akashic Records offer you the chance to open this book, to discover not only where you've been but why you're here and where you are meant to go. Within its pages lies your soul's blueprint, a guide to understanding the pre-incarnational choices, lessons, and soul contracts that have shaped your life. By connecting with this blueprint, you uncover recurring patterns and unlock the keys to profound healing and growth. At the heart of your soul's blueprint are the sacred agreements made before you entered this life. Known as soul contracts, these agreements represent pre-incarnational choices designed to facilitate growth, healing, and purpose. Imagine standing before a cosmic council before your birth, discussing the themes and experiences you wish to explore. You might have chosen to develop patience, courage, or compassion, and to do so, you agreed to encounter certain challenges and relationships that would foster these qualities. Soul contracts often involve other souls who have agreed to play specific roles in your journey. These roles can take many forms: a parent who nurtures you, a friend who supports you, or even an adversary who challenges you to grow. These agreements are not about reward or punishment but about mutual growth. For example, a soul who agrees to challenge you may be providing an opportunity for you to learn forgiveness or resilience, just as your role in their life offers them valuable lessons. Through the Akashic Records, you can gain insight into these contracts, bringing clarity to the relationships and experiences in your life. Perhaps you've struggled with a difficult relationship or a recurring dynamic that feels unresolved. Accessing the records can reveal the deeper purpose behind these interactions, helping you see them as opportunities for growth rather than sources of frustration. This perspective doesn't erase the pain or complexity of these experiences, but it provides a sense of meaning and empowers you to approach them with greater understanding and grace. Our lives often feel like a mosaic of disconnected events, yet when viewed through the lens of the Akashic Records, these moments reveal a profound interconnectedness. The records act as a mirror, reflecting the recurring patterns and themes that run through your life. These patterns are not random. They are the soul's way of directing your attention to lessons that require integration. Imagine you've noticed a recurring theme of abandonment in your relationships. While it may feel like an unchangeable reality, the Akashic Records reveal it as a lesson your soul is calling you to address. This pattern could stem from unresolved wounds in past lives or from a soul contract designed to teach you about self-worth and independence. By accessing the records, you gain the clarity to see this pattern not as a punishment but as an invitation to heal and grow. The Akashic Records also shed light on positive patterns, areas where your soul's gifts and strengths naturally shine. For example, you may consistently find yourself drawn to roles that involve nurturing or leading others. This is no coincidence. It reflects a theme encoded in your soul's blueprint. Recognizing these strengths allows you to align more fully with your purpose, directing your energy toward activities and relationships that resonate with your highest self. This awareness of patterns can be transformative. It shifts your perspective from feeling like a passive participant in your life to becoming an active co-creator of your experiences. You begin to see challenges as stepping stones and successes as affirmations of your path. The clarity gained from the records empowers you to break free from cycles that no longer serve you and to cultivate patterns that support your growth and fulfillment. One of the most profound gifts of the Akashic Records is their capacity to facilitate healing. Much of the pain we carry, whether emotional, mental, or spiritual, stems from unresolved experiences that continue to influence us. These wounds, often rooted in past lives or early experiences in this lifetime, create energetic imprints that shape our beliefs, behaviors, and relationships. The records provide a safe and sacred space to examine these imprints, offering insights that lead to release and integration. Imagine you've been carrying a sense of unworthiness for as long as you can remember. It colors your relationships, career choices, and self-perception, yet its origin feels elusive. Accessing the Akashic Records reveals a past life experience where you faced rejection or failure, leaving a lingering imprint on your soul. This awareness alone can be healing, as it allows you to separate your true self from the story of unworthiness you've been carrying. From this place of understanding, you can begin to rewrite the narrative, replacing it with one of self-acceptance and empowerment. Healing through the Akashic Records also involves forgiveness, both of yourself and others. Forgiveness is not about condoning harmful actions but about releasing the energetic ties that keep you bound to pain. For instance, if you've experienced betrayal, the records may reveal the soul contract behind the experience, helping you understand the role it played in your growth. This doesn't erase the hurt, but it provides a broader perspective that makes forgiveness possible. By forgiving, you free yourself from the weight of resentment, creating space for love and light to enter. Another aspect of healing involves integrating the lessons learned through challenging experiences. The Akashic Records help you see these experiences as opportunities to cultivate strength, compassion, and wisdom. For example, a soul who has faced significant loss may develop a deep capacity for empathy and resilience. Recognizing these qualities as gifts born from hardship transforms pain into purpose, allowing you to embrace your journey with greater gratitude and grace. Exploring your soul's blueprint through the Akashic Records is like piecing together a puzzle. Each insight gained, whether about a soul contract, a recurring pattern, or a source of healing, adds a piece to the picture, revealing the beauty and complexity of your soul's journey. This process is not about escaping life's challenges but about engaging with them from a place of understanding and empowerment. The records remind you that you are not defined by your struggles. You are defined by the choices you make in response to them. Ultimately, the Akashic Records offer a path to greater alignment with your soul's purpose. They invite you to step into the role of co-creator, weaving the threads of your experiences into a tapestry of meaning and growth. By understanding your soul's blueprint, you gain the clarity to navigate life with intention, the courage to embrace its lessons, and the grace to heal and evolve. The library of your soul awaits, its doors open to those who seek with curiosity, humility, and love. Chapter 3. The Cosmic Librarians, Guardians of the Records. Imagine standing before a towering set of golden doors, their intricate carvings shimmering with a light that seems to pulse with life. A serene figure stands before the doors, holding a luminous key. Their presence is not intimidating but imbued with a calm authority, as though they know the depths of your heart before you utter a word. This figure is the guardian of the Akashic Records, a spiritual gatekeeper whose purpose is to ensure that the wisdom within is accessed only by those who approach with reverence, intention, and readiness. The key they hold is not just for the door but for unlocking the understanding and transformation that lie within. In the grand architecture of the Akashic Records, guardians or cosmic librarians play a vital role. They are not merely protectors but facilitators, guiding seekers to the wisdom they are prepared to receive. These beings are deeply compassionate and aligned with the highest good, ensuring that the records are approached with respect and sincerity. They act as mentors, bridging the gap between the infinite knowledge of the records and the finite understanding of the seeker. Without their guidance, the vastness of the records could overwhelm or confuse, but with their support, the process becomes one of clarity and alignment. This chapter invites you to explore the idea of these guardians, not as abstract concepts but as spiritual allies who assist in your journey. Much like a trusted teacher or mentor in life, the guardians of the records are there to support your growth, but they require something in return: your purity of intention. Seeking the records is not about satisfying curiosity or gaining power over others. It is about uncovering truth, healing wounds, and aligning with your soul's purpose. The guardians, like mirrors, reflect the sincerity of your intention, granting access only when the heart is open and the motives are clear. To connect with these cosmic librarians, one must cultivate humility, curiosity, and a willingness to learn. Just as a student must prepare to meet a master, so too must a seeker prepare to enter the sacred space of the records. Through practices like meditation, prayer, and intention setting, you signal your readiness to engage with these higher realms of consciousness. The guardians respond not to force but to invitation, appearing when you are ready to listen rather than demand, to receive rather than control. The Akashic Records are not simply a repository of knowledge. They are a sacred space, alive with the energies of love and wisdom. By cultivating a relationship with the guardians of this space, you align yourself with its vibrational harmony, allowing insights to flow with ease and clarity. This chapter will guide you in understanding who these guardians are, why your intentions matter, and how you can prepare yourself to meet them with trust and reverence. Like the gatekeeper holding the key, the wisdom of the records waits patiently, ready to unlock the doors of your soul when you are truly ready to step through. The guardians of the Akashic Records are not beings of physical form, but their presence is as real as the pull of gravity or the warmth of sunlight. Often described as cosmic librarians, spiritual guides, or masters, they are emissaries of higher wisdom whose purpose is to ensure that the records are accessed with reverence and readiness. Unlike human guardians who might enforce rules rigidly, these beings are attuned to the seeker's vibrational frequency. They sense the purity of one's intentions, allowing access when the heart and mind are aligned with the universal principles of love, truth, and growth. These guardians are not gatekeepers in the traditional sense. Their role is not to withhold or obstruct but to facilitate understanding and transformation. Imagine entering a vast library, its shelves towering and endless, each book glowing with the energy of life's stories. Without a guide to navigate this expanse, the sheer magnitude of information could overwhelm even the most determined seeker. The guardians act as mentors within this space, directing you to the book or wisdom you are prepared to receive. They also act as filters, ensuring that the knowledge accessed aligns with your current capacity for integration. Throughout history, spiritual traditions have referenced these beings in various forms. In Hinduism, They might be likened to the devas or celestial beings who oversee cosmic order. In esoteric Christianity, they could be compared to angelic guides who intercede on behalf of the soul. While their names and depictions vary, their essence is consistent. They are compassionate, wise, and dedicated to supporting the evolution of every soul. Their presence is subtle, often felt as a gentle knowing, a sudden clarity, or a profound sense of being held in love and understanding. The connection to these spiritual guardians is not limited to the Akashic Records. Many people report encounters with similar energies during moments of deep meditation, prayer, or even dreams. These experiences often leave the seeker feeling a renewed sense of purpose and alignment, as if a veil has been lifted. However, within the context of the Akashic Records, their role becomes even more pronounced. They act as translators of the soul's language, helping you interpret the symbols, emotions, and impressions you receive within the records. In this way, they bridge the gap between the infinite wisdom of the universe and your finite human understanding. The Akashic Records are not accessed through sheer willpower or intellectual effort. Unlike a conventional library where a membership card suffices, the records require an energetic alignment rooted in pure intention. Purity of intention means approaching the records not out of greed, curiosity, or control but with a sincere desire for growth, healing, and alignment with your higher self. The guardians of the records are attuned to this sincerity and respond to the vibrations of your request. They act not as judges but as mirrors, reflecting the readiness of your heart. Consider the act of seeking guidance from a trusted elder or teacher. If you approach them with arrogance or entitlement, their response will likely be guarded or dismissive. However, if you come with humility, curiosity, and a genuine desire to learn, their wisdom flows naturally, as if recognizing a kindred openness. The same principle applies to the Akashic Records. The guardians respond to the energy behind your request, granting access when your motives are aligned with the higher frequencies of love and growth. Purity of intention is not about perfection. The guardians do not demand that you rid yourself of doubts or fears entirely before seeking the records. Instead, they require honesty, an acknowledgement of where you are in your journey and a willingness to embrace the truth, even if it challenges your current perceptions. This honesty forms the foundation of trust between you and the guardians, creating a space where wisdom can flow freely. An essential part of cultivating pure intention is setting clear, meaningful goals for accessing the records. Rather than asking superficial questions like, "What will happen in my future?" consider framing inquiries that reflect your deeper desires for understanding and growth. For example, you might ask, "What lessons can I learn from this challenge?" Or, "How can I align more fully with my soul's purpose?" Such questions signal to the guardians that you are ready to engage with the records as a tool for transformation rather than a means of escape or validation. Building a relationship with the guardians of the Akashic Records is akin to developing trust with a mentor or guide in your earthly life. It requires patience, openness, and consistent effort. While the guardians are ever present and willing to assist, their guidance often emerges in subtle, intuitive ways rather than dramatic revelations. Learning to recognize and trust their presence is an essential part of accessing the records effectively. Meditation is one of the most powerful tools for connecting with the guardians. By quieting the mind and attuning to higher frequencies, you create a vibrational resonance that allows their presence to be felt. A simple meditation practice might involve visualizing the library of the Akashic Records and imagining a warm, welcoming figure guiding you to its doors. This visualization helps establish a mental and energetic pathway to the records, signaling your readiness to engage with their wisdom. Prayer or invocation is another method for establishing a connection. Many traditions use sacred words or mantras to call upon spiritual guides, and the Akashic Records are no exception. A heartfelt invocation might sound like, I call upon the guardians of the Akashic Records to guide me with love, clarity, and alignment. May the wisdom I receive serve my highest good and the highest good of all. Such prayers act as energetic keys, opening the door to the records while grounding your intention in reverence and gratitude. As you begin to interact with the guardians, it is important to trust your intuition. The insights you receive may not always come in words or visions. Sometimes, they manifest as feelings, synchronicities, or subtle shifts in perception. The guardians communicate in the language of the soul, which transcends linear logic. By cultivating a sense of trust and openness, you allow their guidance to unfold naturally, without the interference of doubt or overanalysis. The process of developing a connection with the guardians is deeply personal and may evolve over time. Initially, their presence might feel abstract or intangible, but as you deepen your practice, their guidance becomes increasingly clear. Like a trusted friend or mentor, they reveal themselves more fully as your relationship with them strengthens. Through this connection, you gain not only access to the wisdom of the Akashic Records but also a profound sense of support and alignment with the universe itself. By approaching the guardians with pure intention and an open heart, you unlock the doors to a realm of infinite wisdom. They are not gatekeepers in the traditional sense but compassionate allies on your journey of self-discovery and transformation. As you cultivate this relationship, the path to the records becomes a sacred partnership, guided by love, trust, and the shared desire for growth. As we stand before the symbolic doors of the Akashic Records, it becomes clear that the journey to access their wisdom is not about breaking through barriers but aligning with the frequency of truth and readiness. The guardians, those compassionate stewards of cosmic knowledge, are not there to withhold, but to ensure that wisdom is given at the right time, to those who seek it with a pure heart. Their presence reminds us that access to the records is less about entitlement and more about trust in the process, in the guidance offered, and in our own readiness to receive. Meeting these spiritual guardians is not a one-time event, but a relationship that unfolds over time. It requires patience, humility, and an openness to being both guided and challenged. Their gentle yet profound influence often calls us to confront our intentions. Are we seeking the records to escape responsibility, or to embrace it? Are we asking questions that empower and expand us, or are we clinging to outcomes that keep us tethered to fear? These inquiries are not tests, but invitations to deepen our understanding of ourselves as co-creators with the universe. The guardians also teach us that wisdom is not a possession but a practice. Each time we access the records, we do so with the understanding that the knowledge gained must be integrated into our lives. The insights revealed are not simply answers to questions but pathways to transformation. They illuminate the lessons we are ready to learn, the patterns we are prepared to break, and the truths we are willing to embody. In this way, the guardians are not just keepers of the records, they are partners in our evolution, guiding us toward greater alignment with our soul's purpose. This chapter serves as a reminder that the act of accessing the Akashic Records is sacred. The guardians invite us to approach this process with reverence, as one would approach a mentor or elder whose wisdom is sought not out of desperation, but respect. Through meditation, prayer, and the cultivation of pure intention, we create a channel through which their guidance flows. And through trust, both in the guardians and in ourselves, we allow the records to reveal exactly what we need, when we need it. As we prepare to step deeper into the process of accessing the records, let us carry with us the lessons of this chapter. The guardians are not distant or unapproachable. They are ever present, waiting for us to attune to the vibration of their wisdom. Their guidance is a reminder that we are never alone on this journey. With humility, sincerity, and an open heart, we can turn the key they hold and step into the infinite library of the soul. Chapter 4. Preparing to enter the Akashic Records. Imagine a diver standing at the edge of a vast ocean, its depths shimmering with infinite mystery. Before the dive, there is a moment of preparation, a deliberate gathering of tools, a centering of breath, and a deep respect for the journey ahead. The Akashic Records, much like this ocean, require the same reverence and readiness. They are not a place to wade in casually but a sacred expanse where each step taken with intention opens the path to profound wisdom. Preparation is the bridge between the ordinary and the extraordinary. When we prepare to enter the Akashic Records, we acknowledge the significance of what we are about to undertake. The space we create, both physically and energetically, becomes the foundation for the connection we seek. Just as an artist arranges their tools before painting or a musician tunes their instrument before performing, preparing to access the records ensures that we align ourselves with the frequency of clarity, receptivity, and respect. The act of preparation also signals to the universe, and to ourselves, that we are serious about this journey. It is an opportunity to still the distractions of the external world and quiet the noise of the mind. This is not merely about creating silence, it is about creating a space where inner truth can surface. Meditation, breathwork, and sacred rituals all serve as doorways, shifting our awareness from the mundane to the transcendent. In these moments, the veil between our conscious mind and the infinite wisdom of the records begins to thin. Central to this preparation is the power of intention. Intention is the compass that guides us through the vast terrain of the records, helping us navigate with purpose and clarity. Without it, the journey can feel aimless, like setting sail without a destination. When we approach the records with clear and sincere intentions, we open ourselves to guidance that is both specific and transformative. It is not about demanding answers but inviting insights that resonate with the deepest parts of our being. In this chapter, we will explore the practices that help create a sacred and focused space for this work. From crafting a physical environment that fosters peace and presence to learning techniques for calming the mind and setting powerful intentions, you will discover how to prepare yourself as a vessel for the wisdom of the records. Think of this preparation as tuning your inner instrument, ensuring that the melody of the Akashic Records resonates clearly within you. The sacred nature of this process cannot be overstated. By taking the time to prepare, you honor not only the Akashic Records but also yourself as a seeker of truth. So, as we embark on this chapter, consider what preparation means to you. How do you ready yourself for moments of deep significance? How can you create a space, both within and around you, that reflects your readiness to receive the gifts of the infinite? These questions are your first steps toward the records, laying the foundation for the wisdom that awaits. To enter the Akashic Records is to step into a realm of profound insight and spiritual connection. Such an endeavor requires a space that mirrors the sanctity of this journey. Creating a sacred space is not merely about physical arrangements. It is about cultivating an energetic environment that supports clarity, receptivity, and reverence. This space becomes a bridge between the seen and unseen, grounding you in the physical world while opening pathways to the infinite. The physical setting is your canvas, and you are the artist. Choose a place that feels safe, quiet, and free from distractions. This could be a dedicated room, a small altar, or even a corner adorned with objects that carry meaning, candles, crystals, or sacred symbols. These items act as anchors, grounding your energy while reminding you of your intention. Consider lighting incense or burning sage to cleanse the area, allowing the smoke to carry away stagnant energy. The goal is not to create perfection but to craft a space that feels aligned with your purpose. Energetically, the space must reflect the intention of your journey. Begin by setting the tone with a simple ritual, such as lighting a candle or saying a prayer of gratitude. This act signals to your mind and spirit that you are entering a sacred process. Visualize a bubble of light surrounding the space, shielding it from external noise and filling it with peace and clarity. This energetic boundary serves as a protective cocoon, holding you in resonance with the record's frequency. Creating sacred space also extends inward. Your inner state is as much a part of the preparation as the physical surroundings. A cluttered mind or unresolved emotional turbulence can cloud your connection to the records. Taking a moment to breathe deeply, ground yourself, and release tension is essential. As you prepare your external environment, consider how you can also prepare your inner world through mindfulness, gratitude, or simply acknowledging the significance of the journey you are about to undertake. The act of creating sacred space is an invitation. It tells the universe and your higher self that you are ready and willing to receive. The Akashic Records, being a repository of infinite wisdom, respond to this intention with clarity and alignment. In this space, time feels suspended and the veil between the physical and spiritual thins. What does your sacred space look like? How does it feel to step into it with intention, knowing it is the gateway to the wisdom you seek? If the sacred space is the bridge to the records, then the quiet mind is the key to crossing it. The Akashic Records vibrate at a frequency that resonates with stillness and clarity, and a busy or distracted mind struggles to align with this energy. To enter the records, you must learn to quiet the incessant chatter of thoughts and open yourself to a state of inner stillness where intuition and insight can flourish. The first step in quieting the mind is awareness. Notice the stream of thoughts that flow through your consciousness without trying to control or suppress them. These thoughts are like clouds passing across the sky, temporary, transient, and insubstantial. By observing them without attachment, you begin to create space between your awareness and the thoughts themselves. This space is the doorway to clarity. Breathwork is one of the most powerful tools for calming the mind. Focusing on your breath brings your attention into the present moment, anchoring you in the here and now. Try a simple practice. Inhale deeply through your nose for a count of 4, hold for 4, and exhale slowly for 6. As you breathe, imagine each exhalation releasing tension and mental clutter, leaving your mind clear and expansive. This rhythmic breathing not only relaxes the body but also harmonizes your energy with the record's frequency. Meditation is another cornerstone of mental preparation. It does not have to be elaborate. Even a few moments of focused stillness can create profound shifts. Close your eyes and imagine a serene lake, its surface perfectly still. See this lake as a reflection of your mind, undisturbed by the ripples of thought. If distractions arise, gently return your focus to your breath or the visualization. Over time, this practice trains your mind to remain calm and receptive, creating the ideal state for accessing the records. Quieting the mind is not about achieving total silence but about cultivating presence. It is about creating an inner environment where intuition can be heard and where the subtle energies of the records can be felt. This stillness allows you to discern the difference between the noise of the mind and the wisdom of the soul. What practices resonate with you in quieting your mind? How can you integrate them into your preparation for the records? Intention is the compass that guides your journey into the Akashic Records. Without it, the journey can feel aimless, like setting out on a vast sea without a map or destination. Intention focuses your energy, clarifies your purpose, and aligns you with the wisdom you seek. It is not about demanding answers but about opening yourself to receive the insights that resonate with your soul's growth. A clear and sincere intention is essential. Begin by asking yourself, what is my purpose in accessing the records? Are you seeking healing, clarity, or guidance? Are you looking to understand patterns, resolve conflicts, or align with your higher purpose? The more specific and heartfelt your intention, the more aligned your connection to the records will be. Write your intention down or say it aloud, letting its energy permeate your being and your space. Framing your questions is another vital aspect of intention setting. The Akashic Records respond to clarity and specificity, so vague or unfocused questions may yield unclear results. Instead of asking, "Why am I unhappy?" consider asking, "What patterns or beliefs are contributing to my unhappiness, and how can I release them?" This approach invites actionable insights rather than abstract reflections. Intention also requires humility and openness. Approach the records not as a seeker of definitive answers but as a student of wisdom. Trust that the records will reveal what you need, even if it differs from what you expect. This trust creates a resonance that aligns your energy with the records, fostering a deeper and more meaningful connection. As you prepare to enter the records, let your intention be your anchor. It grounds you in your purpose while opening the door to infinite possibilities. What intention will you carry into the Akashic Records? How can it guide your journey, not just into the records but into the depths of your own soul? Let your intention be a light that illuminates the path ahead, ensuring that your journey is one of clarity, growth, and transformation. As you prepare to step across the threshold into the Akashic Records, reflect on the journey that begins long before the door is opened. Preparation is not just about creating an external environment. It is about aligning every aspect of your being, mind, heart, and intention, with the profound wisdom you are about to access. Each step you take, from crafting your sacred space to calming your thoughts and setting your intention, is a declaration to the universe that you are ready to connect with something greater than yourself. Think of your preparation as tuning an instrument. Each act, whether lighting a candle, meditating on your breath, or framing your questions, sharpens your alignment. Together, these steps transform you into a vessel capable of receiving the record's subtle vibrations. When you step into this state, it is not merely about reaching outward to access the records, it is also about reaching inward to the deepest parts of yourself, where your connection to the infinite already resides. Sacred space, both external and internal, becomes a sanctuary where the physical and the spiritual meet. This space, however, is not static. Over time, as you deepen your practice, you may find that the act of preparation evolves into something deeply personal, a ritual that mirrors your growth. It may become simpler or more profound, but it will always serve as a bridge between the known and the unknown. In every moment of preparation, you are weaving a connection between your human experience and the divine threads of the Akashic Records. The practice of quieting the mind is a gift in itself. It teaches patience, presence, and trust. Even outside of your journey to the records, the ability to still your thoughts and connect with clarity is a transformative tool. The chaos of the world often tries to drown out the voice of the soul, but when you learn to listen with intention and calm, that voice grows stronger. This preparation for the records is also a preparation for life, to live in harmony with your inner truth and the vibrations of the universe. Finally, your intention is the guiding star of your journey. It carries the energy of your purpose and directs your connection to the records. It is not the answers that matter most, but the clarity and sincerity of your asking. When you approach the records with humility and curiosity, you demonstrate a willingness to learn, grow, and embrace the unknown. What questions will you ask as you cross this threshold? What truths are you ready to receive? As you move forward, remember that preparation is a practice of devotion to yourself, to your soul's journey, and to the wisdom that awaits. In the next chapter, we will explore the techniques for accessing the records, stepping fully into the sacred space you have prepared. Let this moment be one of anticipation and trust, knowing that every step you take brings you closer to the boundless guidance held within the Akashic Records. If this audiobook is sparking new insights for you, show some love by hitting like and subscribing. Let me know in the comments what resonates with you the most so far. I'd love to hear your thoughts as we go deeper. Chapter 5. The Keys to the Library. Imagine standing before a grand library with infinite corridors of glowing shelves, each holding the wisdom of countless lifetimes. The door before you shimmers with potential, but it does not yield to a simple push. To enter, you must find the right key, not just any key, but one that resonates perfectly with the lock. The key, in this case, is not made of metal. It is crafted from your energy, intention, and readiness to connect with the sacred wisdom of the Akashic Records. Accessing the Akashic Records is not a mechanical process but a deeply intuitive practice. Like a musician tuning their instrument before playing, you must align your inner frequency to match the vibrations of this universal library. This alignment is achieved through methods that act as your keys: meditation, prayer, and heightened intuitive awareness. Each method is a pathway, a tool to unlock the door and step into the vast expanse of knowledge waiting beyond. Think of these keys as both practical and symbolic. Meditation, for instance, quiets the noise of the external world and centers your mind, allowing you to enter a state of receptive awareness. A prayer or invocation becomes a sacred invitation, signaling your readiness to connect with the records. Intuitive awareness, on the other hand, is like learning a new language, one where emotions, images, and subtle impressions become the words through which the records communicate their wisdom. This chapter is dedicated to guiding you in discovering and using these keys. You will learn that each person's approach is as unique as their fingerprint. Some may find meditation to be their clearest path, while others resonate more deeply with prayer or a simple state of intuitive openness. There is no single, right, way, only the way that works best for you. The Akashic Records, in their infinite wisdom, meet you where you are and respond to your sincerity and readiness. As we delve into these methods, you may feel a mix of excitement and trepidation. This is natural. After all, you are about to connect with the profound truth of your soul and the universe. But remember, the records are not a test or a challenge. They are an invitation. The keys are already within you, waiting to be turned with patience, practice, and intention. In the pages ahead, we will explore these techniques in depth, providing you with the tools to access the records in your own unique way. As you read, remain open and curious, trusting that the key you seek is not something external. It is a reflection of your readiness to connect with the vast, sacred library of your soul. Imagine sitting at the edge of a tranquil lake, the water so still it mirrors the sky above. This stillness is the essence of meditation, a space where the noise of the world falls away, allowing you to hear the subtle whispers of the Akashic Records. Meditation is one of the most effective keys for accessing this sacred library, as it tunes your inner vibration to align with the higher frequencies of universal knowledge. To begin, you don't need to be an experienced meditator or have a rigid practice. What matters most is your intention and the willingness to quiet your mind. Start with a few deep breaths, focusing on the rhythm of your inhalation and exhalation. Picture yourself walking into a serene library, its halls glowing with soft light. Each breath takes you closer to the center, where a book or scroll holds the answers you seek. Visualize this space vividly. It is your personal connection point to the records. The beauty of meditation is its adaptability. You can incorporate guided visualizations, sound frequencies, or even mantras to deepen your connection. For example, listening to calming frequencies like 432 Hz can help your mind enter a state of receptivity. Alternatively, using a mantra such as, "I open myself to the wisdom of the Akashic Records," anchors your focus and strengthens your intention. It's important to approach meditation without pressure. The records reveal themselves in subtle ways, often through impressions, emotions, or fleeting images. You may not receive clear answers immediately, but with practice, the connection will deepen. Think of it as tuning a radio. The more you adjust the dial, the clearer the signal becomes. Regular practice creates a harmonious state where the wisdom of the records can flow freely into your awareness. While meditation creates the internal stillness needed to access the records, a prayer or invocation acts as a bridge, a way of formally opening the door. Think of it as knocking politely before entering a sacred space, signaling your readiness and respect for the profound wisdom you're about to encounter. An Akashic prayer or invocation is not about rigid structure or reciting prescribed words. Instead, it's a deeply personal expression of your intention. You might say something like, "I ask to access the Akashic Records for the highest good of myself and all beings. I seek guidance, clarity, and understanding in alignment with love and truth." These words act as a key, aligning your energy with the vibrational frequency of the records. The power of the invocation lies in your sincerity. The Akashic Records respond not to elaborate rituals but to the purity of your intention. If your heart is open and your desire to connect is genuine, the door will unlock. Some find it helpful to include gratitude in their prayer, acknowledging the privilege of accessing this sacred wisdom. "Thank you for allowing me to receive this guidance with humility and grace." Repeating your invocation at the start of each session helps establish a ritual that strengthens your connection over time. It creates a sacred container for your practice, ensuring that your energy is focused and aligned. As you speak or think the words, imagine a golden light enveloping you, connecting you to the infinite expanse of the records. This imagery reinforces the sense of stepping into a higher realm of knowledge. Once you've meditated and opened the records with a prayer, the next step is to tune into the unique language of the Akashic Records. Unlike verbal communication, the records often convey their wisdom through intuition, images, emotions, sensations, or sudden insights. It's as though you've stepped into a realm where the answers are woven into the fabric of your experience, waiting for you to notice them. Cultivating intuitive awareness is like learning to read between the lines of a book. Begin by paying attention to what arises when you're in a meditative state. You might see vivid imagery, feel a surge of emotion, or hear a word or phrase in your mind. These impressions are the language of the records, and the more you engage with them, the more fluent you become. For instance, if you're seeking guidance about a specific decision, you might receive an image of a path dividing into two. One path might appear lush and inviting, while the other feels shadowed and unclear. These visual cues are not literal but symbolic, inviting you to reflect on which choice aligns most with your higher self. Journaling can be a powerful tool for decoding these messages. After each session, write down everything you experienced, even if it seems fragmented or unclear. Over time, patterns will emerge, and the meaning will become more apparent. Remember, the Akashic Records speak to you in the way you are most likely to understand. If you're a visual thinker, you may receive images. If you're more attuned to feelings, emotions may guide you. Trust that the wisdom is there, even if it doesn't reveal itself all at once. Another aspect of intuitive awareness is learning to discern between the voice of the records and the chatter of your own mind. The records often communicate with a sense of calm clarity, free from judgment or urgency. If a message feels rushed or overly critical, it's likely coming from your own fears or biases. Returning to your breath and grounding yourself in the present moment can help you reconnect with the true voice of the records. Each of these methods, meditation, prayer, and intuitive awareness, serves as a key to accessing the Akashic Records, but their power lies in how you combine and personalize them. Some sessions might begin with a long meditation, while others might start with a simple invocation and rely heavily on your intuition. There is no one-size-fits-all approach, only the approach that resonates with you. Think of these practices as tools in your spiritual toolkit. You may favor one key over the others, or you may use them all in harmony, much like a symphony. The important thing is to approach the records with an open heart and a willingness to learn. Each session is a step deeper into the sacred library of your soul, where the answers you seek are already waiting, ready to reveal themselves when you are ready to receive them. Imagine standing before a grand door that has remained locked for years, its surface etched with symbols and mysteries. In your hand, you now hold luminous keys, each glowing with a subtle radiance. These keys, meditation, invocation, and intuitive awareness, are not merely tools. They are invitations to step into a deeper understanding of yourself and the universe. The Akashic Records, that vast and infinite library of wisdom, have always been accessible, but it is your readiness and intention that now allow the door to open. As you hold these keys, reflect on the journey that has brought you here. Each practice, whether sitting in meditation, reciting a heartfelt invocation, or sharpening your intuitive awareness, has helped align your inner vibration with the higher frequencies of the records. The process of accessing this sacred space is not just about receiving information. It is an act of trust and a willingness to explore the profound depths of your soul. With every session, you become more fluent in the language of the records, learning to interpret their messages with clarity and grace. Yet, these keys are more than mechanical steps. They are sacred rituals that invite you into an intimate relationship with your higher self and the universe. Meditation stills the mind, creating the quiet space necessary for divine whispers to emerge. Invocation is the bridge, the sacred request that signals your readiness to connect with the wisdom of the records. Intuitive awareness is the receiving vessel, open and attuned to the subtle impressions that flow from this divine realm. Together, they form a harmonious sequence, guiding you to the heart of the records. This journey is deeply personal, and each session will reveal its own rhythm. Some days, the connection will feel immediate and fluid, as though the doors have swung wide open. Other days, the answers may come in fragments, requiring patience and trust. The records are not a destination, they are a relationship. As with any meaningful bond, it requires practice, sincerity, and time. What matters most is your intention and your willingness to remain open to the insights and healing that the records offer. As you prepare to deepen your practice, ask yourself, how will you use these keys? What questions will you bring to the records, and how will you integrate their guidance into your daily life? With every step, remember that this process is not about seeking perfection but about embracing growth. The wisdom of the Akashic Records is infinite, but the journey to access it begins within. Each time you open the door, you strengthen your connection to this sacred library, unlocking new layers of understanding and expanding the horizons of your soul. Chapter 6. The Doorway to Infinite Wisdom. Imagine standing before a luminous doorway, its frame shimmering with light that seems to pulse with an unspoken invitation. This doorway is not a physical structure but an energetic portal, leading into a realm where all knowledge and wisdom reside. Beyond it lies the Akashic Records, a boundless archive of your soul's journey and the interconnected stories of every being, moment, and possibility. This is not merely a place of answers but a sacred space of connection, healing, and transformation. Crossing this threshold requires more than curiosity. It calls for openness, trust, and reverence. The Akashic Records are not a puzzle to be solved or a list of secrets to be revealed. They are a living, breathing field of energy that reflects the truth of your soul's path. To enter this space is to step into the essence of your being, guided by the intention to understand, heal, and grow. It is a journey inward, where the boundaries of time and space dissolve, and the whispers of universal wisdom are heard. What does it feel like to approach this sacred doorway? For some, it may evoke a quiet anticipation, like walking into a hallowed temple. For others, it may stir a sense of awe, a recognition of stepping into something far greater than themselves. Yet, the doorway is not distant or unattainable, it is a mirror of your readiness. It appears when you align your intentions with purity and trust, and when you open your heart to the possibilities that await beyond. The experience of entering the Akashic Records is deeply personal, shaped by your unique energy and perception. Some may see vivid imagery, while others may feel subtle impressions or hear gentle guidance. There are no rules or expectations here, only the unfolding of what your soul is ready to receive. The records communicate through symbols, sensations, and insights that resonate with the core of your being, revealing what is most relevant for your growth in this moment. As we begin this chapter, consider this. What does it mean to enter a space where the wisdom of your soul is laid bare? How will you prepare to meet this realm of infinite possibilities? This is not just an exploration of the records but an encounter with your own essence. The doorway stands before you, glowing with light. The question is, are you ready to step through? To enter the Akashic Records is to step into a space where time collapses and wisdom expands. Crossing this threshold is less a physical journey and more an energetic alignment, a deliberate act of opening yourself to the vast library of your soul. Imagine standing before a radiant doorway, its light neither harsh nor blinding but warm and inviting, as though calling you home. The key to opening this door lies in your intention and readiness to engage with the truths that await beyond. As you prepare to enter this sacred space, the shift begins in your mind and heart. Set aside the distractions of the physical world and focus inward, creating a sense of stillness. This moment is akin to the pause before the opening of a great theater curtain. Anticipation hums, but there is also reverence for what lies on the other side. Rituals like lighting a candle, saying an invocation, or simply closing your eyes and taking slow, deliberate breaths can mark the act of crossing into the records. The act is symbolic, but the energy it evokes is transformative. Crossing the threshold can evoke a range of emotions. Some may feel a deep sense of peace and familiarity, as though they've returned to a space long forgotten yet intimately known. Others may experience apprehension, as if stepping into the unknown. Both responses are valid. This is not just a space for answers but a mirror reflecting both your light and shadows. To cross this threshold is to accept the duality within, knowing that clarity comes through embracing all aspects of your being. In this moment, trust becomes your guide. The records meet you exactly where you are, revealing only what you are ready to understand. They do not judge, nor do they overwhelm. Their wisdom is gentle yet profound, unveiling truths layer by layer, in alignment with your capacity to process and integrate. Trust that the records are a collaborative space. What you seek is seeking you in return. Ask yourself, what do you carry as you cross this threshold? Is it curiosity, hope, doubt, or fear? Let these feelings be present, but don't let them hold you back. This is a space of acceptance. You are not required to have all the answers before you enter. The records will help you discover them, one revelation at a time. Once inside, the Akashic Records may present themselves in ways as unique as the souls they hold. Some experience this sacred space as a grand library, with shelves stretching into infinity, their spines glowing with ethereal light. Others may find themselves in a garden, a temple, or a celestial plane, surrounded by symbols that resonate deeply with their spirit. The form the records take is less important than the feelings they evoke, a sense of connection, wonder, and expansiveness. As you navigate this space, symbols, emotions, and images may arise. These are the language of the Akashic Records, subtle yet profound, waiting for you to decode them. For example, you may see a book, its cover adorned with symbols you don't consciously understand but that stir something deep within. Or you might feel an inexplicable pull toward a particular shelf or area, as though it has something important to reveal. Trust these impressions. They are breadcrumbs leading you to the wisdom you seek. Interpreting what you encounter requires patience and openness. The records do not speak in linear or literal terms. A symbol of a flowing river might suggest the importance of letting go and trusting life's natural flow. A recurring emotion, such as warmth or tension, could highlight areas of alignment or resistance in your current path. Write down or mentally note these impressions without judgment. Their meaning often unfolds over time, like seeds planted in fertile soil. This is also a space where questions hold immense power. The clarity of your inquiry shapes the clarity of the response. Ask open-ended questions that reflect your curiosity and sincerity. What do I need to understand about this challenge? Or, what steps align me with my highest purpose? The records respond not to idle curiosity but to heartfelt exploration. They reward humility and a willingness to grow. As you navigate the records, remember that this is a reciprocal relationship. The wisdom you receive will align with your readiness to apply it. If you encounter moments of confusion or resistance, know that these are invitations to deepen your understanding rather than obstacles to your progress. The records encourage exploration, not perfection. The Akashic Records are not merely a repository of information. They are a living, dynamic field of energy that responds to your presence. Trust is the bridge that connects you to their wisdom. This trust must extend not only to the records but also to yourself, your ability to perceive, interpret, and act upon the guidance you receive. Developing trust begins with setting aside self-doubt. The records often communicate in ways that defy logic or expectation, such as through a fleeting image, a sudden feeling, or a string of synchronistic events. Trusting these subtle messages is essential. Like learning a new language, the process requires patience and practice. Over time, the symbols and sensations will become more familiar, and your confidence in understanding them will grow. One way to cultivate trust is through gratitude. Thank the records for their guidance, even if the answers aren't immediately clear. Gratitude creates a resonance that deepens your connection and opens the pathway for further insights. It also reminds you that the records are a gift, a reflection of the universe's infinite generosity. Another crucial element of trust is self-compassion. If you feel blocked or uncertain, resist the urge to criticize yourself. The records do not judge, and neither should you. Approach this space with the same kindness you would offer a dear friend. Sometimes, the guidance you seek may not come in the form you expect, but that does not mean it isn't there. Lastly, trust is built through consistency. The more often you engage with the records, the stronger your connection becomes. Think of it like building a relationship with a wise mentor. Each visit deepens the bond, and over time, you come to understand their unique way of teaching and communicating. The records are a sacred space of collaboration. They reveal only what you are ready to receive, and they trust you to use their wisdom with integrity and care. As you establish trust, you will find that the records not only answer your questions but also guide you toward asking the right ones. In entering the sacred space of the Akashic Records, you are stepping into a realm of infinite potential. It is a space where the past, present, and future converge, and where every answer lies waiting for the right question. The records do not just offer knowledge, they offer a relationship, one built on trust, respect, and a shared desire for growth. How you navigate this space and what you carry out of it will shape not only your understanding of the universe but also your journey within it. As we reflect on the journey of entering the Akashic Records, it becomes clear that this sacred space is not merely a repository of information but a dynamic field of infinite potential. To step into this realm is to embrace the profound interconnectedness of your soul with the universal fabric of existence. It is a space that invites both humility and curiosity, requiring you to trust not only in the wisdom of the records but also in your ability to perceive and interpret their messages. The act of crossing the threshold, navigating the symbolic landscape, and establishing trust with the records is, at its core, a relationship, one that deepens with practice and intention. The records respond to your energy, your questions, and your readiness to receive, offering a mirror that reflects your inner truths and highest potential. They guide you not through coercion or insistence but through gentle, symbolic nudges, encouraging you to explore, interpret, and grow at your own pace. In this space, you begin to understand that the Akashic Records are more than a source of answers. They are a sanctuary for self-discovery. They reveal the interconnectedness of your past, present, and future, illuminating the threads of your soul's journey and the lessons woven into its fabric. Every image, feeling, or insight you encounter is a piece of a larger puzzle, one that unfolds as you continue to engage with this profound field of wisdom. As you prepare to leave the sacred space of the records, carry with you not just the answers to your questions but also the deeper awareness that comes from having stepped into this realm. Recognize that the records are not a destination but a guide, a partner on your journey of self-understanding and growth. The connection you establish here is one you can return to, again and again, as a source of inspiration, clarity, and alignment. Finally, consider this. What does this sacred space represent in your life beyond the records themselves? It is a reminder of the stillness within you, the part of your soul that remains untouched by the chaos of the external world. It is a reflection of your infinite potential, your ability to grow, heal, and transform. The Akashic Records are not separate from you. They are a manifestation of the wisdom you already carry, waiting to be remembered and reclaimed. As you close this chapter, take a moment to reflect on your journey so far. What questions have stirred in your heart? What truths have begun to emerge? And, most importantly, how will you carry the light of the records into your daily life? In these reflections, you will find the seeds of your next steps, a continuation of this journey into the infinite expanse of your soul. Chapter 7. Healing Through the Records. Imagine holding a book that radiates a soft, golden light when opened, its pages brimming with words that seem to rearrange themselves into the answers you need most. As you gaze upon its glowing pages, the light gently reaches the darkest corners of your heart, dissolving fears, regrets, and unhealed wounds. This is the power of healing through the Akashic Records, a process of bringing light to what was hidden, allowing transformation to unfold in the spaces once occupied by pain. Healing often feels like a daunting process, like venturing into an unlit room where shadows of the past loom large. Yet, within the Akashic Records, healing takes on a new dimension. Here, the shadows are not adversaries but parts of your soul's journey waiting to be acknowledged and integrated. Each unresolved emotion, each lingering regret, carries the potential to be transmuted into wisdom. The records provide the space, guidance, and insight to turn these hidden chapters of your story into sources of strength and clarity. As you access the records, you may find yourself encountering patterns that have repeated across lifetimes, cycles of behavior, unresolved relationships, or persistent emotional wounds. These patterns are like echoes, resonating through the fabric of your soul's journey, seeking resolution. The Akashic Records illuminate these echoes, allowing you to trace their origins and understand their purpose. Through this understanding, you can begin to release the weight they carry, creating space for renewal. Forgiveness often emerges as a central theme in the healing process within the records. Whether it is forgiving yourself for choices made in moments of fear or forgiving others for the roles they played in your story, the act of forgiveness is transformative. The records reveal that forgiveness is not about condoning harm but about releasing the energetic bonds that tether you to pain. It is a gift you give to yourself, freeing you to move forward unburdened. As we journey through this chapter, we will explore the profound potential for emotional and energetic healing that the records offer. We will delve into the power of forgiveness, closure, and rewriting the narrative of your soul's journey. The Akashic Records are not just a tool for understanding. They are a sanctuary for healing, a place where the light of wisdom transforms the shadows of the past into stepping stones toward growth and harmony. Let us begin this exploration of healing through the sacred light of the records, allowing their radiance to guide us toward wholeness. Healing through the Akashic Records begins with identifying the energetic patterns that have taken root in your life. Imagine a garden overgrown with tangled vines. Each vine represents an unresolved emotion, an unspoken truth, or a trauma that continues to shape your inner world. These blockages manifest in various ways, from persistent emotional pain to recurring challenges in relationships or self-worth. Within the records, these tangled vines are illuminated, allowing you to trace their origins and understand their purpose. The beauty of the records lies in their neutrality. They do not judge, blame, or shame but hold a space of compassionate observation. When you access the records with an open heart, you are met with unconditional acceptance. This safe environment allows you to examine the roots of your pain without fear or defensiveness. By recognizing the lessons these experiences carry, you begin to untangle the vines, releasing their hold on your emotional and energetic body. For example, a recurring feeling of inadequacy may stem from a forgotten childhood moment when you internalized criticism or rejection. By exploring this moment in the records, you gain clarity about its role in your soul's growth. Perhaps it taught resilience or compassion for others experiencing similar struggles. With this understanding, the energy trapped in that memory is freed, allowing you to reclaim your sense of worth and move forward with confidence. Forgiveness is one of the most powerful tools for healing within the Akashic Records. It acts as a bridge, connecting you to freedom from the emotional and energetic chains that bind you to the past. Often, forgiveness is misunderstood as an act of excusing harmful behavior, but in the records, it is reframed as an act of liberation. It is not about erasing the impact of an experience but about releasing its grip on your present and future. Imagine carrying a heavy backpack filled with stones, each stone representing an unresolved relationship, regret, or betrayal. The weight slows your progress, sapping your energy and focus. When you access the records, you are invited to unpack this burden. By viewing these relationships and experiences through the lens of the soul's journey, you begin to see their higher purpose. Perhaps a painful relationship taught you the strength to set boundaries, or a failure revealed your ability to persevere. The records often reveal that relationships are part of soul contracts, agreements made before birth to help one another grow and evolve. This perspective softens the edges of resentment or anger, replacing them with compassion. Forgiveness becomes a natural byproduct of understanding. You can release the stone, not because the experience didn't matter but because its lesson has been integrated, and you no longer need to carry its weight. Healing through the records is not merely about letting go, it is also about rewriting the narrative of your soul's journey. Picture a well-worn path through a forest, carved out by years of repeated footsteps. This path represents the patterns and beliefs you have lived by, some serving you well, others keeping you confined. When you access the records, you are given the opportunity to forge new trails, to rewrite the story in a way that empowers and uplifts you. Rewriting the narrative begins with recognizing the role you have played in your own story. The records help you see not just the events of your life but also the beliefs and perceptions that have shaped your responses. For instance, a belief that "I am unlovable" might stem from a series of past experiences where love felt conditional or unattainable. Within the records, you can trace this belief to its origins and replace it with a more expansive truth. I am worthy of love simply because I exist. The process of rewriting is both reflective and intentional. It requires you to align your thoughts, emotions, and actions with the new story you wish to live. The records act as a guide, showing you where you have deviated from your highest potential and how to realign with it. As you rewrite your narrative, you begin to see yourself not as a victim of circumstance but as a co-creator of your reality. The past becomes a foundation for growth rather than a weight holding you back. Throughout this process, light serves as both a symbol and a tool for healing. The Akashic Records are often described as radiant, their wisdom illuminating the darkest corners of the soul. This light does not force or demand but gently reveals what is ready to be seen. Just as sunlight helps wounds heal, the light of the records accelerates emotional and energetic healing. It provides clarity, helping you see the lessons within the shadows and the potential within the pain. When you open the records, you may feel this light as a sense of peace, clarity, or warmth. It is a reminder that healing is not about erasing the past but about integrating its lessons into your present. Each time you access the records, you strengthen your connection to this light, allowing it to guide you toward wholeness. Healing through the records is not a one-time event but an ongoing journey of integration. Each session in the records reveals another layer of understanding, another aspect of yourself ready to be healed. This process requires patience and compassion, both for yourself and for the timeline of your soul's evolution. There may be moments of resistance, where the pain feels too great or the lessons too challenging. In these moments, the records remind you to trust the process and to honor your own pace. The act of healing through the records ultimately transforms not just your inner world but your outer reality. As you release blockages, practice forgiveness, and rewrite your narrative, you begin to emit a higher vibration. This shift attracts experiences, relationships, and opportunities that align with your healed and expanded state. The records become not just a tool for healing but a bridge to a life of greater authenticity, joy, and fulfillment. The glowing book of your soul is always open, ready to illuminate the shadows and guide you toward healing and growth. Are you ready to turn the page? As we bring this chapter to a close, reflect on the profound gift that the Akashic Records offer: the ability to step into the light of awareness, transforming pain into wisdom and suffering into growth. The records are not a tool of judgment or a ledger of mistakes but a sacred space where the complexities of your soul's journey are held with compassion. They remind us that healing is not about erasing the scars of the past but about weaving them into the fabric of who we are, creating a tapestry of strength, beauty, and resilience. Healing through the records is an act of courage. It requires you to face your shadows, to walk into the depths of old wounds and forgotten fears, and to emerge with clarity and grace. It is the courage to see your life not as a series of random events but as a purposeful unfolding, each moment offering an opportunity to learn, to grow, and to become more whole. The records empower you to take responsibility for your story, not by blaming or shaming yourself, but by recognizing the infinite potential for transformation that lies within. The metaphor of light is particularly poignant here. Just as a room transforms when illuminated, so too does your life change when you allow the light of the records to shine upon it. Every shadow contains a lesson, and every lesson leads to growth. The light of the records reveals not only what needs to be healed but also what is ready to bloom. It is a gentle yet powerful reminder that no matter how deep the darkness may seem, the light within you is always greater. As you continue your journey, remember that healing is not a linear process. It ebbs and flows, much like the tide. There will be days when the past feels heavy and days when you feel the freedom of release. Trust both. Trust that every step into the records, no matter how small, brings you closer to alignment with your highest self. Trust that the insights you gain are exactly what you need in this moment, even if their full meaning takes time to unfold. Take a moment now to reflect. What part of your story feels ready to heal? What burden are you carrying that is asking to be released? Imagine yourself opening the glowing book of your soul, allowing its light to touch those places. Feel the weight begin to lift as understanding replaces confusion, compassion replaces resentment, and empowerment replaces helplessness. As you prepare to move forward, know that the records will always be there to guide and support you. With each visit, you strengthen your connection to the infinite wisdom of your soul and the divine source that created it. Healing is not the end of the journey but the beginning of a new chapter, one written with clarity, intention, and love. When you're ready, take a deep breath and ask yourself, what is the next step in my healing journey? The answer lies not in rushing toward a destination but in trusting the process, in walking steadily and purposefully, one illuminated step at a time. The records will walk with you, their light ever present, their wisdom always accessible. Chapter 8. Understanding Relationships Through the Records. Imagine threads of golden light stretching between you and every person you've encountered, forming an intricate web of connection. Some threads shimmer with ease and harmony, while others feel knotted, heavy with tension or unresolved emotions. This web is the tapestry of your relationships, woven through lifetimes, enriched with shared lessons, and bound by sacred agreements. It is both a source of profound joy and a mirror that reflects the deepest parts of your soul. Relationships are one of the most powerful tools for spiritual growth. They challenge us, teach us, and ultimately shape the way we see ourselves and the world. Yet, it is often the most difficult connections that hold the greatest potential for transformation. Why do certain people seem to enter our lives at precisely the right moment? Why do some relationships bring joy and others pain? The Akashic Records offer answers to these questions, providing a higher perspective on the purpose and patterns behind our interactions. Through the records, we learn that no relationship is accidental. Every connection, whether fleeting or lifelong, carries a meaning rooted in the soul's journey. Some individuals come into our lives to teach us patience, compassion, or courage. Others arrive as mirrors, reflecting aspects of ourselves we might otherwise ignore. When viewed from the lens of the records, even the most challenging relationships can be seen as opportunities for growth, healing, and deeper understanding. The concept of soul agreements is central to this understanding. Before we incarnate, our souls enter into contracts with others to help us navigate the lessons we are meant to learn in this lifetime. These agreements are not about punishment or reward but about mutual growth and support. Even the most painful experiences can be part of a greater plan, designed to guide us towards self-awareness and spiritual evolution. The Akashic Records allow us to revisit these agreements, bringing clarity and compassion to our interactions. As we delve into this chapter, think of the relationships in your life as threads in the universal tapestry. Some may feel tangled or strained, but all are essential to the whole. Through the Akashic Records, we can untangle these threads, understanding their purpose and finding peace in even the most complex connections. Let the golden light of the records illuminate your relationships, helping you see them not just as they are but as they were always meant to be. Together, we will explore how soul connections, karmic ties, and sacred contracts shape your experiences and how accessing this wisdom can transform the way you relate to others and to yourself. Imagine standing at the center of a radiant web, each golden thread connecting you to another soul. Some connections feel light, effortless, and joyful, while others are heavy, burdened with pain or misunderstanding. These threads represent the intricate web of relationships that shape our lives. Through the lens of the Akashic Records, we come to understand that these connections are not random. They are woven with intentionality and purpose, reflecting lessons, growth, and shared journeys. In the Akashic Records, relationships are revealed as sacred contracts formed by the soul before incarnation. These agreements are not binding in a restrictive sense but are chosen to provide the experiences necessary for spiritual evolution. For example, a difficult parent-child relationship may be designed to teach forgiveness, resilience, or the ability to love unconditionally. A seemingly fleeting friendship may ignite a profound awakening, shifting the course of one's life. The records illuminate these agreements, helping us see relationships from a higher perspective, one that fosters understanding and compassion. Karmic ties often emerge in the records as threads that require resolution. These connections are formed through past interactions where emotions, actions, or intentions left an energetic imprint. Perhaps a past life betrayal or a failed reconciliation lingers in the current lifetime, manifesting as tension or conflict in the relationship. The records offer insights into these karmic bonds, allowing us to see not just the challenges but the opportunities they bring. When we understand these patterns, we can begin to release resentment and embrace healing, recognizing the relationship as a mirror reflecting our own growth. Through the Akashic Records, soul connections are revealed in their fullness. Whether the bond feels harmonious or fraught with difficulty, every relationship serves as a teacher. Each thread in the tapestry is vital, offering unique lessons that guide us toward greater self-awareness and spiritual alignment. By accessing the records, we can untangle the complexities of these threads, finding clarity and purpose even in the most challenging connections. Conflict in relationships often feels like a heavy knot in the golden thread, obscuring its beauty and purpose. When we are enmeshed in discord, it can be challenging to see beyond the surface dynamics of hurt, anger, or misunderstanding. The Akashic Records provide a unique opportunity to rise above these emotions, accessing a soul-level perspective that reveals the deeper truth of the conflict. Through the records, conflicts are often shown as catalysts for growth. For example, a relationship filled with tension may be designed to help one or both individuals develop qualities like patience, humility, or strength. This perspective doesn't excuse harmful behavior but reframes it as part of a larger picture, one in which both souls are learning and evolving. The records allow us to ask questions like, "What is the purpose of this conflict?" or "What am I meant to learn from this experience?" These insights shift the focus from blame to understanding, fostering compassion for both oneself and the other person. Forgiveness often emerges as a key theme when working with the records to resolve conflicts. From the soul's perspective, forgiveness is not about condoning harmful actions but about releasing the energetic weight of resentment. When we hold on to anger or pain, we create blockages in our own energy field, preventing healing and growth. The records guide us to see the other person's soul journey, recognizing their struggles and humanity. This expanded awareness makes it easier to let go of judgment and find peace. In addition to offering clarity, the records can provide practical guidance for resolving conflicts. This might include specific actions, like having an honest conversation or setting boundaries, or more subtle shifts, like cultivating patience or choosing to focus on the positive aspects of the relationship. By following the wisdom of the records, we can approach conflicts with grace, transforming them into opportunities for healing and growth. Every relationship, no matter how long or short, joyful or painful, is rooted in a soul agreement. These agreements are not fixed destinies but chosen opportunities for mutual growth. In some cases, the agreement is to support one another unconditionally, while in others, it is to challenge, provoke, or awaken. Understanding these contracts through the Akashic Records helps us honor the sacred purpose of each connection, even when it is difficult to do so. Honoring a soul contract does not always mean staying in the relationship. Sometimes, the lesson is to learn when to let go. The records can provide clarity on whether a relationship has fulfilled its purpose or whether there is still work to be done. For instance, a friendship that feels stagnant may have served its role in your growth, signaling it is time to release it with gratitude. On the other hand, a challenging partnership may still hold unresolved lessons, encouraging you to lean in with courage and curiosity. Compassion is a cornerstone of honoring soul contracts. When we view relationships from a soul perspective, it becomes easier to see the other person not as an adversary but as a fellow traveler on the path of growth. This doesn't mean condoning harmful behavior but recognizing that every soul is learning and evolving in its own way. By cultivating compassion, we free ourselves from the weight of judgment and create space for healing and connection. Closure is another important aspect of honoring soul contracts. When a relationship ends or changes form, it is natural to feel grief, regret, or uncertainty. The Akashic Records offer a way to find peace in these transitions, showing us the purpose the relationship served and the growth it catalyzed. This understanding allows us to release attachments and move forward with gratitude, carrying the lessons of the relationship into future connections. As we honor the sacred contracts that shape our relationships, we step into a deeper alignment with our soul's journey. By embracing both the joys and challenges of connection, we learn to see every interaction as an opportunity for growth, healing, and transformation. The Akashic Records illuminate the threads of our relationships, helping us weave a tapestry of understanding, compassion, and love. As you reflect on the threads of connection in your life, consider the rich tapestry they create, a vibrant, intricate weave of experiences, emotions, and growth. Each relationship, whether harmonious or challenging, is a golden thread woven into the story of your soul, contributing depth, texture, and meaning to your journey. The Akashic Records offer us a lens through which we can see these threads more clearly, illuminating their purpose and helping us honor their place in the grand design. In exploring soul connections, resolving conflicts, and honoring sacred contracts, you've stepped into a deeper understanding of the relationships that shape your life. Through the records, even the most painful ties can be reframed as opportunities for growth, while the joyful ones are celebrated as reflections of your soul's harmony. Relationships become less about the roles we play or the conflicts we endure and more about the lessons we learn and the ways we evolve. Compassion emerges as the guiding light in this process. When we approach relationships with an open heart and a willingness to see beyond surface dynamics, we discover the beauty of shared growth. We realize that every connection, no matter how brief or lasting, is a teacher, offering us glimpses of ourselves and the divine. With this awareness, even relationships that seem broken can become sources of healing, and those that feel complete can be released with gratitude. The records remind us that no thread is ever truly lost. Even when relationships change or fade, their essence remains within the tapestry of our soul's journey. The lessons they impart and the love they cultivate endure, shaping the paths we walk and the connections we form. By accessing the wisdom of the records, we gain the clarity to honor these threads, whether by nurturing them, mending them, or gently letting them go. As you move forward, consider this: what threads in your life are calling for attention? Are there knots that need entangling, threads that need strengthening, or patterns that deserve celebration? With the wisdom of the Akashic Records as your guide, you have the tools to approach your relationships with insight, compassion, and courage. Carry this understanding into your connections, allowing the tapestry of your life to unfold in beauty and harmony. As we near the conclusion, if you've been enjoying the audiobook, make sure to hit like and subscribe. Drop a comment below and share your biggest takeaway. Chapter 9. Expanding Potential Through the Records. Imagine holding a blank book in your hands, its pristine pages brimming with infinite possibility. Each page awaits the touch of your pen, a vessel for your thoughts, dreams, and actions. This book is your life, a dynamic story of becoming, where every choice shapes the narrative, and every intention lays the groundwork for what is to come. Within the Akashic Records, this book exists not just as a metaphor but as a living reality. It is the story of your soul, etched across time and space, containing the seeds of your highest potential. This chapter invites you to explore your untapped possibilities and step boldly into the future you are capable of creating. The Akashic Records are not only a repository of the past but a guiding light for what lies ahead. By accessing this sacred archive, you can glimpse potential paths, uncover latent talents, and align with your deepest purpose. This process is not about predicting the future. it is about recognizing the power you hold to shape it. The records provide insights into what could be, offering clarity on how your current choices ripple forward into tomorrow. Stepping into your potential requires more than imagination. It demands courage, intention, and alignment. The wisdom of the records can illuminate the steps you must take, but the pen remains in your hand. Your willingness to engage with the records, to listen deeply and act purposefully, determines how your story unfolds. In this chapter, we will explore how to use the Akashic Records as a tool for envisioning possibilities, aligning with your soul's purpose, and stepping into the role of empowered creator. The blank book before you is not empty. It holds the invisible threads of your soul's intentions, waiting for you to bring them to life. Like a seed planted in fertile soil, these intentions require nurturing, commitment, action, and faith to grow into their fullest expression. By understanding and embracing the wisdom of the records, you can plant seeds that align with your highest vision, creating a life that reflects your true essence. As you prepare to dive into this exploration, take a moment to reflect. What does your next chapter look like? What aspirations or possibilities call to you from the edges of your awareness? In the pages of your life, each moment is an opportunity to align with your purpose and step toward your potential. Let the Akashic Records be your guide as you begin writing this new chapter, infused with clarity, intention, and the infinite possibilities of your soul. The Akashic Records are a luminous reflection of the soul's evolution and untapped potential. Through their wisdom, we gain clarity about our choices, purpose, and opportunities for growth. Accessing this cosmic archive allows us to shape our future with intention and align with the highest version of ourselves. This exploration of potential unfolds in three profound aspects: discovering future possibilities, aligning with our soul's purpose, and becoming empowered creators of our destiny. Imagine a blank canvas, vast and inviting, waiting for you to paint the future. The Akashic Records provide a glimpse of this canvas, offering insight into the potential paths that lie ahead. They do not dictate a predetermined destiny but reveal the threads of possibility woven by our past choices, present intentions, and soul's overarching journey. When you access the records with an open heart, you begin to see how your current thoughts, emotions, and actions influence the landscape of your future. If your life were a garden, the records reveal the seeds you have planted and the conditions needed for them to flourish. They offer a unique vantage point, allowing you to assess whether the seeds of your intentions are in alignment with your soul's highest aspirations. Are you nurturing growth or inadvertently cultivating stagnation? The records also provide guidance when facing crossroads. Life often presents us with multiple possibilities, each carrying its own energy and lessons. By seeking clarity within the records, you can sense which path resonates most deeply with your true self. Perhaps one choice feels heavy, rooted in fear or obligation, while another feels light, aligned with joy and growth. The records highlight these subtleties, enabling you to make decisions that align with your authentic essence. In exploring future possibilities, the records teach us that potential is not fixed. It is dynamic, shaped by our intentions and actions. The guidance you receive serves as both a roadmap and a reminder of your power to choose. When you embrace this responsibility, the blank canvas of your future becomes a space of creative freedom, where you can consciously manifest a reality that reflects your soul's highest vision. The Akashic Records are a mirror of your soul's purpose, reflecting the unique gifts, lessons, and contributions you are here to bring to the world. They illuminate the thread that weaves through your life experiences, connecting the challenges you face, the passions you hold, and the opportunities that call to you. This thread is your soul's purpose, a guiding force that shapes your journey across lifetimes. Through the records, you can uncover insights about your purpose that may have been obscured by fear, doubt, or societal expectations. Perhaps you felt drawn to a certain path but hesitated due to uncertainty. The records remind you that your purpose is not something external to be discovered. It is a truth already alive within you, waiting to be remembered. They reveal the moments when you've been most in alignment with this truth, those times when life felt effortless, inspired, and deeply fulfilling. Purpose is not always grandiose or tied to external achievement. Sometimes, it is found in the quiet moments of connection, service, or creativity. The records help us recognize that living our purpose is not about reaching a destination but about embodying our truth in every moment. They invite us to trust that the desires and passions that ignite our hearts are the compass guiding us toward our highest expression. Aligning with purpose also means embracing the lessons woven into your journey. The records often highlight patterns or themes that have emerged across lifetimes. For example, you might notice a recurring lesson in courage, forgiveness, or self-worth. By recognizing these patterns, you can approach your challenges with a deeper understanding of their role in your growth. The records empower you to see your struggles not as obstacles but as stepping stones leading you closer to your true self. The wisdom of the Akashic Records is not meant to remain theoretical. It is a catalyst for action and transformation. Once you have clarity about your potential and purpose, the next step is to embody this wisdom through empowered creation. The records remind us that we are not passive participants in our lives but active co-creators of our reality. Empowered creation begins with the understanding that your thoughts, beliefs, and intentions are the building blocks of your experiences. The records often show us how our internal state is reflected in the external world. If you've been harboring self-doubt, it might manifest as missed opportunities or stagnant relationships. Conversely, when you cultivate self-belief and alignment with your purpose, you attract experiences that resonate with this elevated frequency. To create intentionally, the records encourage you to take small, consistent actions that align with your vision. These actions might be as simple as starting a daily gratitude practice, setting aside time for creative pursuits, or reaching out to someone who inspires you. The records emphasize that every choice you make is a brushstroke on the canvas of your life. When these choices are made with awareness and intention, they contribute to a masterpiece that reflects your soul's brilliance. The records also teach us the importance of patience and trust in the creative process. Just as a seed takes time to grow into a tree, your intentions require time, nurturing, and faith to manifest. There may be moments when progress feels slow or obstacles arise, but the records assure us that every step is part of the journey. They remind us to celebrate not only the outcomes but also the growth and learning that occur along the way. Finally, empowered creation is about embracing the present moment as the point of power. While the records can offer glimpses of the past and potential futures, they ultimately guide us back to the here and now. This is where creation happens, not in the memories of yesterday or the dreams of tomorrow, but in the choices and actions we take today. By aligning your thoughts, emotions, and actions with your soul's truth, you become a living expression of the wisdom contained within the Akashic Records. Through exploring the Akashic Records, you uncover a wellspring of potential that is already within you. These sacred archives invite you to imagine the future, align with purpose, and create a reality that reflects your highest self. As you engage with their wisdom, you step into a role of conscious co-creation, where every thought and action contributes to the unfolding masterpiece of your life. What will you create with this power? How will you use the insights of the records to shape your next chapter? The Akashic Records are a living testament to the infinite possibilities within you. They remind us that life is not a fixed script, but an unfolding journey shaped by the choices we make and the intentions we hold. As we explore the wisdom of the records, we come to understand that our future is not a preordained destiny, but a dynamic canvas waiting for us to create upon it. With each insight we gather, we are empowered to take deliberate steps toward our highest potential. Through the records, you've glimpsed the vast potential that resides within your soul. You've learned to see beyond the constraints of fear, doubt, and limitation, and instead embrace the truth of your creative power. Every challenge you face, every passion that stirs your heart, and every dream that feels just out of reach is part of this unfolding journey. These sacred archives invite you to step boldly into your role as a co-creator of your reality. As you integrate the wisdom of the records into your life, remember that growth is not always linear. There will be moments when you feel deeply aligned with your purpose, and others when the path forward feels unclear. In these moments, the records offer a steady hand, guiding you back to your truth and reminding you of the potential that lies ahead. Trust in the process, knowing that every step, no matter how small, is bringing you closer to the life you are meant to live. What does it mean to live a life aligned with your soul's highest potential? It means making choices that honor your deepest truths and taking actions that resonate with your inner values. It means trusting your instincts, listening to the quiet whispers of your intuition, and acting with courage and integrity. Most importantly, it means embracing the journey as much as the destination, finding joy and growth in the process of becoming. As you close this chapter, reflect on the seeds you wish to plant in your life moving forward. What dreams and intentions are calling to you? What steps can you take today to nurture the potential you've uncovered? The records remind us that we are not bound by the past nor limited by the present. We are creators, capable of crafting a future that reflects the infinite beauty and wisdom of our souls. Conclusion. Living in alignment with the Akashic Records. Imagine a glowing sphere, radiating light that pulses with the rhythm of the universe, a timeless reminder of the infinite connection between the self and the cosmos. This sphere represents the Akashic Records, a living archive of all that has been, is, and could be. Its light is not external. It emanates from within, reflecting the truth that you are inseparably woven into the fabric of the universe. As you hold this image, know that your journey through the Akashic Records has been one of both discovery and transformation. The Akashic Records are not merely a tool or a mystical concept, they are a profound mirror of your soul's essence. Through them, you have glimpsed the patterns, choices, and possibilities that shape your life. You have learned how to access wisdom beyond the limits of the conscious mind, connecting with a deeper source of guidance that is always available to you. Each chapter of this journey has illuminated aspects of your inner world, revealing your capacity for healing, growth, and creation. To live in alignment with the Akashic Records is to carry their wisdom into every facet of your life. This alignment is not a one-time act but a continual practice of reflection, intention, and openness. It means approaching your daily experiences with the awareness that every thought, word, and action contributes to the unfolding story of your soul. By integrating the teachings of the records, you can bring greater clarity, compassion, and purpose to your choices, allowing your life to resonate with the harmony of the universe. As you reflect on this journey, consider what it has revealed about your soul. Perhaps you've uncovered patterns that have shaped your life, gained a deeper understanding of your relationships, or envisioned paths of potential yet to be explored. Whatever insights have emerged, know that they are gifts meant to guide you toward a life of greater authenticity and fulfillment. Trust that the wisdom you have accessed is not fleeting but eternal, a wellspring of knowledge you can draw upon whenever you seek it. Carrying the wisdom of the records into your life begins with small, intentional steps. Perhaps it means pausing to listen to your intuition before making a decision or setting aside time to connect with the records for deeper clarity. It could mean rewriting limiting narratives about yourself, forgiving past wounds, or embracing your power as a creator of your future. Whatever form it takes, know that living in alignment with the records is about embodying the truths they reveal. The glowing sphere is not something you must seek, it is already within you. It is the light of your soul, connected to the infinite wisdom of the universe. As you move forward, remember that this connection is unbreakable. You are part of the universal story, a luminous thread in the great tapestry of existence. The records are not a destination but a companion on your journey, always there to remind you of your boundless potential and the profound beauty of your path. Take a moment now to reflect. What has this journey through the Akashic Records revealed about your soul? What truths have come to light, and how will you carry them forward? The answers to these questions are not fixed. They will continue to evolve as you do. But in each answer lies an opportunity to live more fully, to align more deeply, and to embrace the infinite connection between yourself and the cosmos. Your journey with the records is just beginning. May their light guide you, their wisdom inspire you, and their truth empower you to live in harmony with the infinite possibilities of your soul.